Welcome to 𝐂𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. Talk about investing, finance, and professional development. It's the current time of 9:23 a.m. on Eastern Time on the first day of September on Thursday. Hope you guys have a good week so far and feeling good transitioning to a new month. And in respect to over crypto market and equity market on this morning so far, across the board, I would say we're relatively red. With the futures falling down about 0.6% across the spectrum, despite oil is dipping below $90 at $87.69 per barrel at the moment. But the 10-year yield is rising high at 3.24%. Seems like with respect to as we get closer to the CPI report that's coming out, which is technically, we're still about a week out. And then subsequent to that, we have the FOMC meeting that's going to be laying on the third week. But knowing the fact that this September 1st and 2nd lays on Thursday and Friday, so give that the benefit of the doubts that is basically about 2.5 weeks out, right? In addition to that, was some of the catalysts that's also propelling this negative, sell-off that we're seeing right now, is the jobless claim number. It seems like a total to be 232,000, which is the lowest level in 2 months. Okay, so with that being said, negative foreshadow combined with negative jobless claim number doesn't convey a lot of confidence. In addition to that, Chengdu, which is obviously a city in China, seems like they are proceeding with a lockdown with 21.2 million people. As the Chinese city battles with COVID-19, seems like there's another spike that's happening. So that's unfortunate. Seems like the cases are still not, fully solved. And obviously, as I've been to several different public events in the last couple of weeks so far with the LA Tech Week. Obviously, I went to US Open in the past couple of days, and also like just me living in the city, people are definitely being less and less cautious nowadays, right? People used to wear masks everywhere, publicly in restaurants, to going to mall, to obviously taking the subway, which, New York subway system or the San Francisco BART systems are quite disgusting. People are, a little bit being a little bit more carefree. I don't really see people wearing masks. It's more like 25% of the folks that I see in the populations are still, wearing masks, while the rest are just kind of, forgetting about it. So seeing another spike, combined obviously with the monkeypox, that's also another lingering factor. It's definitely worrisome, right? And also, I just want to say thank you so much for, filling out the survey that I put out yesterday with respect to the U.S. politician trade reports that we get on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully, the Patreon members will find this to be helpful. I am able to get the data from the source. I don't know if it's public data, but being able to see how they're acting on a day-to-day basis, and seeing what stocks they're buying, what stocks they're selling before something happens, definitely give us some information, right? And also feel free to triangulate that with the ARK Invest and obviously the BlackRock trade reports that we also get on a day-to-day basis as well. Combine that with the technical analysis chart that we also give out on the Patreon every single day. By studying those, and obviously, some people even print it out and actually jot down like specific stocks or crypto that they're looking to be doing technical analysis on their own self-study, or just like to execute a better trade on their own, on their own sake, right? So hopefully you guys find all of those helpful. It's a lot of like self-tutorial, self-taught, type of toolkits that I provide for you guys. If you guys can master it, I promise you'll be making like great returns. And if you don't know how to use it properly, just reach out to me and I'm happy to like give you guys guidance or tutorial, which some of my patrons are actually doing so. So just let me know. So let's dive into a technical without wasting more time. With respect to recording time of 2 minutes away from market opening at 9:28 a.m. on Eastern time. We are at 1550 again, right? Just gliding on sideways fashion, not really doing much. We have basically completed most of the head and shoulder pattern. Now just gliding on the sideways fashion comfortably. So right now, we're just plateauing, right? But we're still holding on by the ledge, knowing the fact that the next level leap down is 10 sets below. So at the 35 out of 70, despite we are quite gliding on the technical on a MACD front. Knowing the fact that with respect to the weekly is basically indicating that we are having some bearish signal coming on the weekly. So what it means is that as we approach the CPI report, which is laying on I believe September 13th, if I'm not mistaken, and then the FOMC meeting, which will be laying on the 21st and 22nd. So we still have some time left. So this kind of makes sense, right? Not a significant amount of sell off, but you need to sell off a little bit to capture that negative anticipated pressure ahead of time, right? And then on a monthly, as you get over all that negativity, you will ideally see some bullishness, which the chart clearly tells you that we've been plateauing on a monthly for quite some time. We are looking to reverse up eventually on the MACD front. So that makes sense. And I would say all the altcoins are kind of holding true. Wow, look at that. Luna's up 30% right now. That's bananas. I don't know what to say about this, but let's ignore that one because we saw how pump and dump that is, right? And with respect to Bitcoin, it's quite trading quite interestingly. It's trading very much like on its own. You could see that it's been forming this like upward ascending wedge. Now it broke the wedge, and now it's like a 36 out of 70 gliding. So it looks quite bullish on the daily. Let's look at weekly. Weekly looks quite fused together. So in terms of like the volatility, I don't see a lot of like sell off down to a much lower level, like percentage wise in comparison to Ethereum. So I do like Bitcoin a lot more, and monthly looks quite bullish as well. So it's actually not a terrible idea if you guys don't want to be, paying tax or whatever. Maybe convert some of your altcoin onto Bitcoin, knowing the fact that the altcoin side of the house is going to see a little bit more volatility coming, based on the technical charts and the Patreon updates that we give on a day-to-day basis. So let me know. And by the way, today is the first day of September, so if you guys were to subscribe today, you guys will capture the full month of benefits and the contents that I create on a day-to-day basis. So so that's pretty much on a technical front. Let me know if you guys need any specificity on specific coins or any other questions, and let me know how it goes. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. The weekend is approaching, so Friday is tomorrow. So man, time is flying. Oh, maybe we're just getting older. All right, enough of it. Take care. Bye.